All season long, the Minnesota Timberwolves have been looking for a leader, but even more so over the last 5 weeks as some of their most important players have gone down with injuries. There's multiple players that are capable of taking on that responsibility. There's D'Angelo Russell, there's Karl-Anthony Towns, but he's been out now for like a month and he'll probably return in like a few weeks. But even when he does, and when he did play throughout this season, he didn't really look like the leader on the team. And then there's also Rudy Gobert that could be the leader on this team, but in this new environment with the Minnesota Timberwolves, he hasn't looked very comfortable. So this leaves only Anthony Edwards, because as of late, he's been showing that he deserves to be the leader on this team. But let's get right into the video and find out why exactly. Just recently, the Minnesota Timberwolves played the Milwaukee Bucks, and when there was like 4 minutes left of that game, Edwards fell really hard on his tailbone, and it was scary. I thought he was done, bro. But he showed some toughness. He got up and hit 2 big free throws on his way to score 8 straight points in the final 4 minutes, keeping the game closer than it should have been. 24 hours later, the Minnesota Timberwolves had to play the Pistons, and Edwards had the perfect excuse to not play, but he still suited up and played, bro, and he put up 37 and 5 on a very good efficiency. Yes, I understand that the Minnesota Timberwolves still lost that game, but what matters is that even though he hurt himself really bad, he still got up and gave it his all on a team that still needs to have a leader. Right after that, he followed that game up with another incredible performance by putting his team on the back. He put up 29, 10 and 5 against the Nuggets, a team that a lot of us are considering that are coming out of the Western Conference. Like, he led them to a win, which shows me again, leadership. Little by little, Edwards has been addressing the holes in his game. His numbers are looking very good, and he's posting career highs in points, rebounds, assists, and shooting percentages from 3. But if we take a look at his numbers over the last 10 games, you can just see that he has taken another step in his game, putting up 29, 8 and 5 on a very good efficiency. Those are all-star numbers, but the biggest thing that I noticed about him in those 10 games is that he is seeing what works for his team beyond him scoring, and particularly what the ball movement does for the Minnesota Timberwolves, especially for McDaniels, bro. I want to give this guy some credit because he does so many things to promote flow within an offense: cutting, passing, making quick decisions, and he just had 21 points on 9 for 10 shooting against the Nuggets. And I really feel like the Minnesota Timberwolves need to try to play through him a little bit more. Yes, I get it, this team is packed with a lot of talent: Karl-Anthony Towns, Taurean Prince, D'Angelo Russell, Rudy Gobert, Anthony Edwards. But Jaden McDaniels is one of the players that whenever he plays great, or let's say he shoots about 10 field goals or something like that, whenever the Minnesota Timberwolves play through him a little bit more than usual, they always seem to win games. But back to Edwards. Not only is he swinging the ball more, but actually attacking the boards more. Over the last 10 games, he had 3 games where he grabbed at least 10 rebounds, bro. 10 rebounds. He's helping Rudy Gobert a lot because as of right now, the Minnesota Timberwolves are not a good rebounding team. So seeing Edwards grab 10 rebounds over the last few games is great. Plus, in the other 6 games, right, he grabbed less than 6 in only 1 game, which is telling me he's trying to be aggressive in that end and help the Minnesota Timberwolves more. He's taking on that role of a leader, you know? And then, bro, whenever he grabs a rebound, defensive or offensive rebound, they gotta let him run the fast break because he's so dangerous. He's so fast. Whenever he runs a fast break by himself, defenses can't do nothing. They can't stop him. You know what I mean? He puts a lot of fear on the defender. Plus, bro, I probably forgot to mention this throughout the video, and it's that, like, I already mentioned that he can swing the ball a lot, right? And he's improving in that end and noticing like he needs to move the ball more so that for the Minnesota Timberwolves to play better. but he can find the open shooter out in the perimeter a lot of the times. He's a really underrated passer, bro. I wouldn't call him one of the best in the NBA right now, but he's getting better as every season progressed, and especially now where he had a few games where D'Angelo Russell had to didn't play. I'm not exactly if he got injured or not, but Anthony Edwards was the point guard for the team, and you notice he was looking to get his team involved like crazy, and he did a great job. Edwards is only 21 years old and far from perfect, bro. Don't get me wrong, I love to watch him play, but he still has some things that he needs to improve. For example, his shot selection needs to get better. He be taking a lot of tough shots for no reason. I mean, I understand with the Minnesota Timberwolves, there's not a lot of players that can, let's say, make shots, you know. Then his off-ball defense needs to improve. A lot of the times he loses his man. That has to do with concentration, of course. And then with the refs, he always be arguing and getting some technicals for no reason. Like, I get it, sometimes the calls don't go your way, but he's a young player. He still needs to get that respect from the refs, and a lot of young players don't get calls. Of course, Paolo Banchero right now is getting a lot of calls his way, but Anthony Edwards is not getting a lot of calls, so he gets frustrated a lot. So he needs to calm down there. But still, even though he's not perfect, he's showing that he can be a leader on this team. Because like I said throughout the video, he put some great performances and put his team on his back. And I really feel like nobody on the Minnesota Timberwolves can dominate a game like he can. There were a few games in the third quarter that the Minnesota Timberwolves couldn't do anything, nothing. And Anthony Edwards took over for them and put them on the lead or kept them in the game. You know what I mean? A lot of the games they're winning right now is because of him. So I really feel like the Minnesota Timberwolves need to give him the keys to the franchise and go as far as he can take them. You know what I mean? But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. You know, can he be the guy that we think he could be? Is he taking that leap now? I kind of see it. You know what I mean? But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you. And if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And hopefully, I'll see you all in the next one.